next thing we're going to do is install the belt for the other side here. So it's a little bit different than that side. So we're going to want to first loosen this sprocket back here, because as we're adjusting it back and forth, we don't want the whole gantry moving on us. Okay, and I'll show you how to align it in the next video. But this video, yeah, we're just going to loosen this right up. Okay, as you can see, everything's moving with it. Okay, there we go. So now the sprocket spins freely on here. That's good. Okay, so again, we'll take our little grub. Okay, take the fender, start screwing it in there. Okay, so it can hold up the slot nut, and that's not anywhere near where the slot nut goes. And then I'm going to take the idler pulley, put the screw through, put an 8mm, or I guess M5 nut on. I call it 8mm because you use an 8mm wrench. Then the fender on. Put it up top here. And I screw it in, but pull it out just a little bit so that way it can slide, right? So it's a little tough here to pull this forward, but let's get this pulled forward. I want the top of the teeth here to line up with the belt clamp, right? The top of those teeth. So I'm going to loosen this bottom piece here and then try to get it approximately in the right spot. Doesn't have to be exact yet, but yeah, just get close, tighten this thing up, okay? So once that's ready, now we're going to put some belt on here, or estimate belt length. So what I'm going to do here is wrap around this loose sprocket back here, okay? Wrap around this idler pulley, and I want just a little bit of a gap between these, okay? So it's overlapping quite a bit, right? So what I'm going to do here is take my scissors, and that's about 10mm. Yeah, I'll give it that much gap. That's fine. Cool. Okay. And now I'm going to work these belt teeth into the teeth of my belt clamp. Okay, and try to push it in as far as it goes. And we do that because if it's too tight, then we can start pulling it out a little bit. Hey, which it looks like it's not going to be too tight. Okay. And I've got both belts in. I'm going to tighten it up and then make sure everything's straight. So I'm not going to tighten it all the way, just get it a little bit tighter. Okay, so finger tight. Check that everything's straight. That belt's good, that belt's good. Okay, and then tighten it up quite a bit more. All right. So then I'm going to start tightening this nut in here on. Whoops. There we go. And then it's going to force this thing straight to tighten the belt. So the belt's pretty floppy right now, right? Tighten this. And now, a little bit of a ting there. Cool. So, got it right tightness the first time. If it was too tight, I would have to pull the belt out a tooth or two, right? If it was too loose, I'd have to chop it and bring it in. But this is good. So, what we're going to make sure now of is that this idler is straight, which it's perfect. It's got barely any bend whatsoever. So right here, it's just barely any. So we got it right. If it wasn't right, then you loosen this thing and then loosen this screw up, bring it up or down as it needs. That way, as you need to retighten this in a year or two, whenever it needs maintenance, you don't have to line it up and down. You just have to tighten it back up, and it's going to rest on this screw. So this is for future maintenance. So in the next video, we're going to show how to line it up, but that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching.